Guys, I got 3 more matches and then we've got this. All right, so Brandon Smith and Hengyue Zhang. So if you've been paying attention to Hengyue, then you know that he's like, he's been known to bring in some weird stuff. And as you can see, that's a Dragapult, Snorlax, Colossals, yeah, that's fine, Indeedee, and then a Ribombee and Hawlucha. So if you've ever thought about using any of those Pokemon ever, now is the time to pay attention to that because those are some wild picks there. Colossal Steam Engine is a fantastic regular ability to have because once you get hit with a water type move, you've got that max speed. You also have Flash Fire and Flame Body as those other abilities that it has access to. So some really fun things there on Brandon's side. Then at least you've got the Gyarados, Excadrill, Rotom, Kutmo. I'm going to use whichever one. One's English and one's Japanese, so I'm really sorry, guys. Hitmontop, Tyranitar, and Togekiss. So kind of Pokemon that you've seen before, so it'll be really fun to see exactly how they match up with how weird these Pokemon all look. And someone just took my footrest. I'm really sad.
You can still use the footrest.
He's going to be joining me on commentary, so I am going to have Jeremy join me right now as soon as he gets his headset on. But Colossal is going to be a fun one to look at. Ribombee and Hawlucha also as well. Hawlucha has Unburden. I did run it for a hot minute during the first Sun and Moon season. Look at how cute. See, now Miguel's got 2 people to try to deal with who try to get puns going. So I didn't even try on that one. That was all him. But Indeedee and Snorlax is going to be the lead of choice here for Hengyue. It's going to be fun. I mean, G-Max Snorlax kind of was here for a quick second and then rolled on out as Hitmontop and Togekiss are surprisingly going to be the lead of choice here. It's an interesting pairing right now.
Psychic Surge. So I'm kind of assuming that the Hitmontop might have some priority moves here going on. So that Psychic Surge will actually deny a lot of that.
Yeah, so Fake Out not going to be able to happen here, which leaves that Snorlax actually really free to go for that Belly Drum setup. If it needs to, you've got Follow Me on the Indeedee, which is obviously its move of choice, which is why you choose the female Indeedee over, I think, the male one right now. And Belly Drum Snorlax, you're going to maximize that attack for max damage output. And it's going to be kind of fun to see exactly what happens. Togekiss might be able to try to stop some of that damage from going out, but unless it gets hit with something like a super effective attack to activate a weakness policy, it's going to have a really hard time stopping the Snorlax from maximizing on that Belly Drum. I mean, unless Hitmontop wants to go for some fighting type moves.
So we're going to see the Dynamax. I believe it's from the Snorlax? Snorlax. Is it? No, probably not. Because, Togekiss. The repeat ball. Okay. All right.
But we caught enough Togepi in them.
So going to be the Airstream, I believe. And yeah,
that'll most likely actually be a max Airstream. Or you could go for max Starfall here, as Indeedee's actually going to go for the Follow Me. So whatever that Togekiss is going to use, that Indeedee is going to take the full force of that and most likely get knocked out unless it's carrying the Focus Sash.
All right, here's the Airstream, and almost there, even with the helping hand. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the important thing here too now is that you've got that speed rising, but again, with Snorlax on the field, not going to be super important. But the weird thing about here is that Brandon didn't think to himself, I need to stop that Snorlax from going for the Belly Drum. And instead of doubling down into Indeedee with 2 different Pokemon attack types, he just...
Oh, no, it was the Follow Me.
Right.
So then even if you wanted to target the Snorlax...
but I mean, guaranteeing a knockout on Indeedee, right? I mean, even the helping hand max Airstream, if you try to attack with both, with 2 types of moves from Hitmontop, that might have worked a little bit better than anything else.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a little bit of a rough call, I think, there.
Okay, so after the Belly Drum? Yeah. What kind of ball is that?
That looks like a Dream Ball.
Dream Ball Snorlax. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's asleep, so it makes sense, I guess, that it would be in a Dream Ball here. But that is going to be a G-Max Snorlax. So the G-Max Replenish is going to be the important thing to watch out here for. We'll have a chance to get that berry back on this turn as long as it connects with a Pokemon. It's not a 100% chance, so it's going to be up to Hengyue's luck to see exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, Starfall comes out, lands on the Indeedee, going for the kill. Now we just need to see what happens with the Hitmontop interaction with the Snorlax. I'm anticipating a G-Max Replenish here from the Snorlax. Oh, what was
Yeah, that close combat
Okay.
though, even if the super effective damage, thanks to that boost from the HP in the Dynamax, you're gonna have the Snorlax sticking around for a while. So G-Max Replenish might be able to find a berry. It definitely looks like that is definitely a berry find right there. You can tell from that animation. It is gonna gain back all that health, and we might actually just see Hengyue just.
That's a full KO on Togekiss.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you've got what +6 attack into that stat, and going into Togekiss, like that Togekiss isn't going to survive. Hitmontop can do all it wants with close combat. It's not going to do that much against like Snorlax until it finishes that Dynamax. But doubling down into it, that's a different story. Ooh, never mind.
Oh, Ribombee, here we go. We might see something like a speed swap here.
The fun thing about Ribombee is, I think it's got that move like Pollen Puff or something like
Pollen
that, right?
Puff, yeah.
So it restores your allies' HP while
And
it
damages the opponents.
So we could just see a full health Snorlax here again, or like you said, something like, you know, a speed swap. But I think it'd be really fun to see just continually raising the HP again here of that Snorlax. So
Yeah, I think it's sensible. Like, if I were to play this, I would most likely be doing the Pollen Puff as opposed to the speed swap.
Japan Sand,
Oh,
here we go.
whoa! Okay, here comes an
There's the speed
Excadrill.
swap.
Okay, so we did get the speed swap, which will most likely be important against the Excadrill now that
Not
it's
for long, because that Excadrill is almost gone. Like that
Almost
Focus
gone.
Sash.
Yeah,
that Focus
Focus
Sash is the
Sash.
most important thing right now for the Excadrill. It managed to hold on, but like you said, I mean, with that G-Max Replenish, that G-Max Replenish able to like knock that out almost completely. That's kind of insane, especially because Ribombee is gonna get knocked out now from that residual like Sandstorm damage. But Snorlax is like, I'm fast now. This is what we call a Turbolax. Turbolax is fast and it is scary.
Oh, speaking of fast, we have Halucha now being able to maybe throw in some fighting type moves.
got body
against,
press, yeah.
against the Tyranitar, which will be super.
At this point, it doesn't matter because, I mean, actually, that Excadrill might be able to, like, get some damage out, but, I mean, yeah, nope, it definitely doesn't matter. Sorry.
Just gonna sweep.
Yeah, the Snorlax was like, I got max attack, I got big, and I got fast. Welcome to Turbolax land. That's what that's what it is. I mean, honestly, like,
I would be terrified of a Snorlax, like, just straight up running at me, you know?
You should be absolutely terrified of this. I mean, even, like, Halucha and Ribombee and Indeedee were just like, we're here to support Snorlax, and that's all we're gonna do. We're like, here is all the help we can offer you. It's like, there's like nothing else you can really do. You have Hitmontop left. Sure, you can try to fake out Snorlax after like the last G-Max turn, but then you've got Acrobatics Halucha, which would normally deal double damage once it's consumed its item. But even at that, like this point, like what are you gonna do? You're at +5 still. Sure, you get 1 Intimidate off. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Nothing. You're gonna think about game 2 and be like, how do I stop Snorlax?
All right, there ends the G-Max Snorlax, but you still have those raised stats. So we'll have to see if
It can
whether
get
or
faked
not.
out. Sure, you stall it.
Is Misty Terrain still out?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, so you can't. I mean, this Hitmontop
still
can
it's dead.
get knocked out. Yeah.
Ripperoni and Peps.
You know what you do now? You think about how do I stop this Snorlax from getting fast and getting like that insane attack. I mean, that was insane.
That was a really
Like,
nice speed swap. I think that just sealed the deal.
I mean, speed swap like it's. I don't want to say it's not a new that it's not a new concept because it's been floating around for a while, right?
It's not a new concept.
It's just nice to see it in action.
It's one of those like niche moves and niche strategies that you have to find the right time to use it and make sure that like your opponent doesn't look into what you're gonna do. And I think now
right here it went all according to plan.
Oh yeah, that was the best.
It just the most obvious things for him came his way. He definitely came in prepared with the strategy of Belly Drum, G-Max, then the speed swap. It was everything planned out perfectly.
I think it's also one of those tough things because once you see Indeedee, it's like, okay, you know what your opponent's going to do. The question is, do you have the resources to be able to devote to stop both of those at once, right? Because,
right.
Sure, Follow Me isn't that big of a problem, but once you have, like, if you can knock it out with something like a Dazzling Gleam and then, like, another, like, a Rock Slide, or you double down into it. I mean, at this point, what can you really do except maybe lead Excadrill Tyranitar and go for Rock Slide Finches, right? If you, manage to get rid of the Indeedee or like focus one Pokemon to the Indeedee, get Tyranitar to use Rock Slide and try to like fish for flinches, that might be your only option. I mean, Gyarados and Hitmontop, if you want to try to like cycle through them, which was like one of the only strategies you could have used before when Snorlax was like really big. When you don't have a way to stop that attack set from getting out of hand, you don't have a way to stop Snorlax.
You don't have a way to stop. It just steamrolls. It's a moxie of its own.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you look at Dragapult and you look at Colossal, and you're like, yeah, these Pokemon could be also heavy hitters. And then you look at the last 3 Pokemon, and you're like, it's like whatever heavy hitter, and then these 3 Pokemon to help support it. And like that's all you can really do, because the hard thing about this generation for me is the animation for terrain is always really hard to miss sometimes. So like,
for sure.
If you accidentally click fake out and like you realize too late, oh yeah, Misty Terrain is still up, like you had pointed out earlier, then it's like, oh no, I can't fake out, I can't stop that belly drum from being set up this turn, and there's nothing you can do at that point. I'm super animated about this, that like I'm standing up while I'm doing this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, well, there's that strategy, right? So
all right, the Undeedy and the Snorlax, and then let's see what we got here. Tyranitar.
Brandon was listening. He was listening to the whole like rock slide flinch, fish for the flinches, because Sandstream is nice, right? You get that like extra like boosted defense. You get the
Sand team up.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta. It's like this. You gotta throw rocks at something until it stops moving, I guess.
Yeah.
In this case.
Yeah. Flinches can help secure wins very easily.
I'm not condoning throwing rocks at things. I'm just saying.
Yeah, throw rocks. Woo!
In this case, that's what you need to do to stop Snorlax. Other than that, don't actually do that, because that can get you in a lot of trouble. So, sorry guys. I mean, this is Pokemon, so I think at this point, yeah, what you do, maybe you Dynamax the Extra Drill, you go for the Max Steel Spike, or you double down into the Indeedee as much as possible, and then Snorlax is going to be there, but at that point, what you're going to try to do is you just go for the Rock Slide flinches into that, and then you go for Max Steel Spike to raise your defense, so that way you can hang around for a little bit. Because Extra Drill here is going to be the better force to Dynamax, because again, you have access to Iron Head, and then Tyranitar has the Rock Slide, so you go for the flinches and you hope for the best.
Yeah, and with the Max Steel Spike,
there's no follow me.
No follow me. Oh wow! Right onto the Snorlax. Oh, that may have been a critical error on
Hengyue's part.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Wait, was there a follow me? Either that or I missed it, but I didn't.
There was no. I didn't see a follow me.
I remember seeing follow me, so maybe that was Brandon's thing, because that
okay.
is.
Well, there's a belly drum.
So now you're at +1 for both Extra Drill and Tyranitar, a +6 on Snorlax. You're gonna see that Gmax next turn, and Rabambi's most likely gonna come in again, try to go for the speed swap. I think Brandon's in a better spot to try to stop that.
Definitely.
But you got to be careful, because now you might be in trouble.
Wait, I don't. There was no follow me, right? So what were we?
It might have been a follow me. We just missed the animation for it.
I'm okay. Whatever.
Either way,
Rabambi's out. Rabambi's out now. So he's Brandon's probably anticipating this speed swap. Maybe there's going to be a pollen puff. We'll have to see if there's going to be a certain difference between the first round and this one.
So the question is Rabambi faster than the Sand Rush Extra Drill, right? Because if it's faster, then it can go for the speed swap before it gets... Is it Sand
Rush? Do you think it's Sand Rush?
That's the only thing that would make sense right now. We didn't see Mold Breaker, so there is that to consider. So it's either Sand Rush or Sand Force at this point, and I think Sand Rush would be the better option to use, because you want that. Speed is everything in Pokemon, right? You either set up Trick Room, or you go for Tailwind, or you go for things that like that will stop your opponent from being faster than you. So right now, that Snorlax is a big threat, and I think okay, there's a speed swap that's gonna go off first, so it's probably not Sand Force. Max Flare. Oh, that's cheeky.
So it was a fire punch Snorlax.
That's so
probably.
Cheeky. I mean, yeah, Extra Drill is going to hang on because of that Focus Sash, though. Not much you can do about it from there, but that's still pretty cheeky, especially because Sunlight's turning harsh now. And Max Steel Spike is probably going to go into that Snorlax and try to get as much damage to it as possible.
That's
plus
nominal.
2 defense now, so that's plus 2 defense with Tyranitar and Extra Drill. So it's not completely useless, because because +4 is a little bit more manageable than then +6, right?
Yeah.
So Ramami though does not go down this turn like it did last time because it did manage to change the weather from that max flare from Snorlax. So Ramami, we're gonna see a little bit more from it this turn. I will expect a pollen puff of some sort to be able to heal up that Snorlax. I think it is gonna be the slowest thing though, so it might just actually get knocked out.
Yeah.
Because it's Snorlax's turn, and if you're Brandon, you might as well just go for the protect on this turn and
wait out the G-Max, potentially.
Maybe, or you just sacrifice it and hope for things in the back, because technically you have the Pokemon advantage. It's not going to mean much right now,
Very
but
true.
you have the Pokemon advantage.
Yeah.
And
I do like a Rock Slide, though. Rock Slide would be good here.
oh, so you're going to forcibly end your Dynamax turns early.
Oh, interesting.
What if it's going to be that Hitmontop or the Gyarados? I think it's going to be Gyarados. Oh, let's see the Hitmontop.
Okay, the Hitmon on top. All right.
So now you're at so you're at +5 and then +2 on Tyranitar. Hitmontop is gonna not have a fun time here, most likely. Oh,
so
Togekiss?
double swap. All right.
yeah. Okay. So that's acceptable because you are.
And an ally switch.
Remember,
Okay.
just use Ally Switch. So we know that exists now.
Max Quake. That was such a big brain move. Oh my gosh. Wow. The Max Quake onto the Togekiss with the ally switch doesn't mean anything. So that was basically a wasted turn. And
I don't think it was a waste.
No, it's in favor of Brandon.
Yeah, well, I think it's a waste for the Dynamax turn. I don't think Ally Switch was like a waste in that regard because you're covering all your bases there right now. So I mean,
The end result is that it was wasted.
and it's nice because at least Hitmontop and Togekiss both come in without any worry about taking any damage, which is the more important thing here. And Hitmontop going for the Helping Hand. Oh, I think if you go for the Flamethrower here, it might actually pick up a knockout because of the
another cheeky ally
because
switch.
of the boost from the Sun. So this might actually matter setting up Sun earlier.
Okay, here's a replenish.
If it goes into that Togekiss, the Togekiss I think gets knocked out. There's no way.
And that's a knockout.
There's no way because
That's a
it
knockout.
gets the berry. That's.
Rest in peace, Helping Hand.
I mean, it was an attempt because the thing is, if Togekiss had managed to hit the right target, right, and that's assuming that he had
Right.
seen the ally switch again,
Right.
then what happens is Togekiss gets a boosted Flamethrower, and before the HP boost, it was at the yellow, right? So it could have could have also gotten a burn.
However, the Rabombi is so fast and like.
Well, and ally switch also has priority.
Yeah.
So ally switch also has priority because it is going to be one of those moves that has to go first. So. Brandon still got his back against the corner, not as badly, but I mean Snorlax is fast. Your Extra doesn't have access to, and if it is Sand Rush, it doesn't have access to that right now until maybe right now. So you might actually see if it'll go first.
All right, Tyranitar coming back out. We're gonna see some sand coming in. Gonna knock
It'll
out that
knock out
Rabombi.
Bombi later on, but that's only if Extra doesn't Extra Micro for Iron Head here, but. That's
Oh,
smart. Maybe we
okay.
might see the Hulu. So the
Alright.
Hulucho is going to come back here.
So we turn into Swap City here.
This is literally just it is okay, so it is going to be that Psychic Seed. So it does have that Unburden as well, and Earthquake. That's pretty much
Earthquake,
game.
okay.
It's going to be game.
Yeah, that's game.
So that is a 2-0 sweep from Hengyue with that kind of scary Turbo Lax.
That was
That is a hard thing to stop once it gets going. So whoever is going to be playing him in top 4, as of right now, we only have one match done for top 4. So Alberto will be moving on to top 4. But at this point, he's got one more Pokemon. He's got the Hitmontop,
One more.
which you've got Acrobatics, Hawlucha, who already consumed its seed. So
yeah.
there's
The fate
whatever
has
you
been
fake out,
sealed.
something's going to get knocked out.
Fate has been sealed.
Yeah, this
Can't do
Hitmontop
much.
is going to do what it did last game. It's going to come in, get knocked out, and then give the win to Hengyue. So that was,
Wow.
yeah.
That was still a fantastic round.
Yeah, I
feel.
think Brandon underestimated the speed swap mechanic or how fast Rabombi is. Because, let's be real, Rabombi is not a Pokemon that you look at and be like, yeah, I know exactly how fast you are.
Yeah.
That's not a Pokemon that you look at and be like,
Yeah.
you're a fast Pokemon or you're a slow Pokemon. It's not one of those normal, in the quote-unquote, in the meta Pokemon that you're like, yes,
Yeah.
I know your speed and I know it well.
This is where the information is absolutely critical. If he knew about the speed, That could potentially guarantee him the win.
Yeah, I think this is one of those things where we're probably going to see speed swap gain more popularity. I've been seeing it in and out of like my Twitter feed on occasion, like in people's rental teams. So speed swap is going to be one of those things I think that people should start looking out for, because it is going to absolutely determine what's going to happen during your trick room turns, if you can even get trick room up, or if you need to get your speed up as soon as possible. So good job to Hengyue, and yeah, we'll see you guys for top 4 in a little bit. I'm going to go eat some pizza. Bye.
Pizza time.